Hey, I'm Sven Masterson, one of the co-founders and principal mentors in the Mentoring Men community. And in this video, I want to respond to a post or a message I got from another man out in the world who I have known for many years, who has had a relationship with very low or no intimacy, a woman who has constantly told him that he's too this, he's not enough that, and has for years told him all of the reasons why he's not worthy of more affection, not worthy of more love, and most recently has said that she is going to move into one part of the house and she needs to find herself and just needs to be left alone. Now, I've helped a lot of men in situations like this, and a staggering number of men, especially men of high character who tend to be virtuous and loving and understanding, try to make every sort of space to accommodate this. And I've got to tell you, after watching this for years, not just this situation, but other men, that it doesn't work. The most loving thing you can do when a partner says that you're not worthy of this or that, they need to find themselves, and gives you a litany of reasons why they cannot be in a marriage relationship with you and need to go find themselves and live outside of whatever the commitments of marriage are, the most loving thing that you can do for yourself and for that person is to let them go. Now, this is particularly problematic for people who are till death do us part. You see, a lot of people mistake unconditional love, which should be the foundation for every relationship, in my opinion, most of all marriage, with unconditional partnership. And that is a grave mistake to make. In fact, it's a mistake a lot of men assume that we mean when we talk about the necessity of having unconditional high regard for a person. We're known for that in our community. We're known for promoting this unconditional high regard or unconditional love for people. And because we talk about that so often, many people latch onto that and bolt on other things other than regard, like commitment and unconditional partnership. And to be in an unconditional partnership requires fundamentally that you have no boundaries or poor boundaries, that you have no respect for yourself, that you have no appreciation, that you have no virtues, that you have no values, that you have no authenticity, because it's impossible as a man to be committed to yourself and to being a man of integrity and authenticity and be in an unconditional partnership with any person in any circumstance. Because when that person does something that pushes you into a place where now you have to live outside of your authenticity and integrity, you now have to live without integrity. And a man that will live without integrity for the sake of a relationship will generally not have either integrity or a relationship. And this is exactly what's happening in this circumstance. It's what happens with men who believe that if I unconditionally commit in partnership with a person, they'll eventually love me. And not only does it not work, it does not create or promote attraction, but it creates low value, basically horrible relationships. Let me give you an example of what unconditional partnership would look like. I've been in a marriage relationship with my wife for 29 years. We have a beautiful life, we have a beautiful family, and I love her immensely. Now, if I had an unconditional partnership, my wife could go out tomorrow and decide to sell her body to men. She could decide to develop a drug habit and just become a horrible person, maybe knock over a few banks and maybe, beat up and kick a few puppies while she's at it, right? Now, if I had an unconditional partnership, that means I'm going to stay aligned and in a partnership with that woman despite all these things. Now, I'm not okay with my wife selling her body. I'm not okay with my wife having a drug habit. I'm not okay with my wife kicking puppies, right? I want more for my life, and I believe, as a man of value and worth and significance, as all people are, that to want to be in a relationship with somebody who possesses the same definition of a relationship as I do is perfectly normal. And so the moment my wife changes what a relationship looks like to a definition that is no longer compatible with mine, I cannot stay a man of integrity and stay in a relationship with her. I must pick between my integrity and my relationship. And a man who will sacrifice his integrity for any relationship is not a trustable man. because women cannot trust a man who just bails out on his virtues and his values and his belief system for the sake of what? For the sake of what? Why would a man do that? Because he's afraid, because he wants comfort, because he wants convenience. And so when a woman has told you year after year all of the reasons you're not worthy of love, and you keep trying to find a way to stomach that and to change yourself, and men's work can actually sometimes in a weird way give you a way to not have to address this issue, but even beat yourself up some more. What ends up happening is you keep doing things to show yourself more contempt, to show yourself more disregard, more disrespect. And so as paradoxical as it sounds, sometimes the best response to a woman that says you're not worthy of my love is to say, you know what, that's exactly how I've been living, and that changes today. And my first act as a man who is worthy for your love, realizing that that's not what you see I'm worthy as, is to let you go. And I'm not doing that from hurt feelings. I'm not doing that from a place of feeling like a victim, but actually as a place of feeling like I'm a whole person, that I have value and worth, and I have enough value and worth to be in a relationship with somebody who wants to be in a relationship with me. And so if a woman is telling you over and over again, she doesn't want to be with you, she's not interested in you, go away, you bug me, no, you're not worthy of intimacy, ew, gross, you're a pervert, etc., who's always telling you that you do not deserve the life you want, that person is not somebody that should be in your life. Now, ironically, one of the reasons they're saying those kinds of things is precisely because you're okay with being with somebody who does that. And that is an act of self-sabotage. It's an act of self-contempt, like I said. And so, brother, if you're listening to this, I've known you a long time. And maybe I'm talking to other people here on YouTube who are going through something like this, and we don't know each other, but I want you to hear this the same way. To value yourself sometimes means recognizing that the people you're with do not value you, and to continue in a relationship with them is to continue to show yourself a lack of value. And I know it can be really painful to think about ending a relationship, but as a man who has watched this relationship unfold and watched many others, the longer you go, what you're hoping for is eventually this person will change and suddenly see you as valuable and worthy for love, and everything will carry on happily ever after. It will never happen. And the reason it will never happen is because you don't have a partner problem. Your problem is not that your partner does not value you. It's that you don't value you. Your value for yourself is so low that you'll just continually allow somebody in your life to tell you that you're not worthy of love, of appreciation, kindness, respect, warmth, connection, intimacy. And if that is okay with you, if it's okay with you for someone to tell you that, you don't actually value yourself. And the longer that you carry on in a situation where people don't value you and you're just okay with it and you just eat that pain and you just stuff that down and you hope for change, you're just gonna live another day in that exact environment, because that's exactly what you believe you're worth. And so I want you to take a long, hard look at your situation. If you want to be a man of value and worth, which I would suggest you already are, you must actually take steps congruent with that. And sometimes that means letting go of people who don't see your value and worth as you do. And I know that's painful, I know it's difficult, but it's something that you really gotta do. Now, does that mean your relationship will end? Not necessarily, because the reality is, and again, paradoxically, the moment you're willing to let everybody go, and what I'm saying here is the moment you start choosing you above a relationship, which is a fundamental for a healthy relationship, you must choose yourself, your authentic self, in every relationship all the time. The moment you have to undermine you to be in a relationship, you're in a dependent, toxic, emotionally enmeshed, and nasty, not good relationship, and that's got to end. When you take the time and you take that shift and you choose you, ironically, it allows other people to choose you, because nobody can choose you when you don't choose you. And so you're living in a moment where you keep choosing someone else instead of you, and you're doing that hoping that one day they're going to choose you, and they never will, because you haven't chosen you. And so if you get nothing else out of this video, out of this message, it's that You must choose you. And when you choose you, a glorious thing will happen. Eventually, you'll notice that other people choose you too, maybe even your bride, because for the first time ever, she can, because you're going first in choosing you over everyone else. If you're watching this video and you're not the man I made this video for, but you're like, man, I'm stuck there, I want you to look down below in the description. You'll see links where you can set up a call with myself or one of the other mentors in the Mentoring Men community. We have an excessively high rate of helping men hang into a marriage that's failing and turn it around completely and have a life that they want without having to end. But sometimes they do need to end. And we can help you sort that out by just getting to know you, building a relationship with you, finding out more. And you can start that conversation with us really today. All you got to do is scroll down, look for a link where you can set up a request for a free session. And we hope to see you on the other side of this camera. Take care.